Hi, everybody. We're starting our new unit on cells, and we're going to begin with cell theory. So cells are part of the hierarchy of biology. Remember, small cells are the smallest unit of life, the smallest living thing. When we have a bunch of cells working together, we call that something called a tissue. When our tissues are working together, we get organs like your heart, your brain, your stomach. When we have organs that work together, we call that an organ system, like your digestive system. And then together, our organ systems work together to make an organism. But let's focus on the cell. Cells were discovered when we have the invention of the microscope. We've used microscopes in class before. A microscope helps us see really tiny things. Micro means small. The first cells that were ever discovered looked like the ones in the corner here. They were called cork cells. A man named Robert Hooke put a slice of cork, which is a piece of a tree, under the microscope and saw these little boxes and named them cells. We're going to learn about the theory that has been developed to explain cells. So first, all cells are living, all right? And all living things are made of cells. Cells are the basic structural and organizational units of life. If it's alive, it's made of cells. And then the third part of this theory is that new cells come from existing cells. So cells can divide to make new cells. This is how you grow. There are new parts of this theory. The parts of the theory are called tenets, and there are three new parts of the theory that scientists have been able to put together with lots of data and lots of evidence. The fourth part of the theory is that metabolism occurs within cells. Metabolism is chemical reactions. Number 5. DNA is passed from one cell to another cell when the cell divides. When you grow, you get more and more cells. Those cells, when they grow and divide, pass DNA. And then the sixth part of the theory is that all cells have the same basic composition. They have the same basic parts. One of these parts is DNA. They also all have a cell membrane, ribosomes, and cytoplasm. And we're going to talk about those 4 parts. So it's time to make your cards for today. I'm making this video so that you can make your cards as fast or as slow as you want to. Remember, for your cards, on the white part on the front, this is where you write the word and where you draw the picture. On the back is where you put the definition. Why are we doing this? We want to engage your brain with this new information by having you draw a picture that helps your brain make a connection with what you're learning about. By writing the definition in a very clear way, not lots and lots of extra words, we're helping your brain create a connection with this new word. So on the front, we draw the picture, we write the word. On the back, where the lines are, that's where you will write definition. Here's our first card. Our first card is the most detailed. We will have 4 cards today. Cell theory, that's what we just talked about. I have summarized the parts of cell theory into these 4 bullet points. Cell theory. All life is made of cells. New cells come from dividing cells, and DNA gets passed on. Cells have metabolism, and all cells have the same basic parts. Next card. What are those basic parts? Cell membrane. Cell membranes are in every type of cell. Your cells, my cells, plant cells, the fish in the back of our classroom, all of their cells have a cell membrane. This controls what comes in and out of the cell. Ribosomes, new word, ribosomes. Ribosomes build all of the parts inside of the cell. They keep that cell going. They build the parts of the cell out of proteins. The last card you're going to make today is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the water, the goo that's inside the cell where chemical reactions happen. Our cells are full of this special water where chemical reactions, we call them metabolism, happen. Next, we're going to watch a video about cell theory. Get your cards ready. You're going to need them to answer questions during the video.